The first Ordinary Council Board meeting dedicated to the examination and adoption of the 2025 Administrative Management and Store Account for the Menji Council took place today, May 18, 2026 in Menji at the Temporary Council Chamber. The Mayor of Menji Council, Dr. Nikashus Nkamason, welcomed the Senior Divisional Officer alongside the Divisional Officer for the BLM Division. In his opening statement, the Mayor highlighted the success rate of project execution within the municipality, except for one project, citing the sport complex in Menji.
Our public investment projects were executed at an acceptable level, except one, the multi-purpose sports complex besides the Menji ceremonial ground, which went for closure. Nonetheless, the Council is behind the contractors to ensure that work execution improves and no credit card disappears in future. In the domain of revenue collection, there is a laudable improvement as compared to 2024. This is as a result of revenue coming from our equipment pool. The economic climate in the country was very challenging, a situation that has not spared Menji Council. This, however, did not deter us from as we went extra mile to solicit for more funding from the state to take care of some major needs. We succeeded in obtaining some punctual credits from the Ministry of Public Works for the construction of the bridge, Befua Bridge in Menji, plus grading of 1.5 kilometers of road to the tune of 260 million francs. And another for grading the road from Belua Market through Nzenatsa to Menki in our subdivision. Again, I'm pleased to announce that Menji Council was a lucky winner for the Cleanest City Award for the BLM Division for 2026.
He further presented details of the store account while comparing them to those of 2024.
Distinguished honorables, ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, permit me to delve into the account proper. The 2025 Administrative Management and Stores accounts stand at 745,661,940 CFA francs from an estimated revenue of 978,750,000 francs to be collected by the Menji Council accounting post. With this, there is an indication that from 2024, there has been an increase of 105,544,418 CFA francs in absolute terms and a 0.19% in relative terms.
According to the Mayor, the session was not open to the general public, but seeing it touched an important administrative and financial matters. However, the funds and the president of funding organizations were invited to carry the message back to their respective constituency.
Analysis and adoptions of accounts. So it is not a session that is very open to the public where we invite the whole population. But since it's touching on aspects that influence the life of our population, we have invited the funds. We have invited the Funding Development Association presidents so that in their own words, out of that of councillors, they will be able to preach the gospel of how council business is being done, and some sensitive issues, they might have clarifications and have the mandate to clarify the population more.
Speaking during the meeting, the Senior Divisional Officer for the BLM reinforced the need for councillors and members of the executive to reside in Menji. He stated that the municipality cannot be left solely in the hands of the administration and the defense forces. He therefore called on all councillors to return to the municipality so that they can identify areas of challenges and contribute in bringing more development resources to the area.
I think we have urged the Menji Council authorities to improve so that our population should get more of the resources sent by the state.
The senior divisional officer also announced that the government has created 3 GCE writing centers in the BLM division, located in Fontaine, Alor, and Wabani. As a result, students from the BLM will no longer travel to Chang to write the GCE examination as they did last year. The councillors later adopt the 2025 administrative and the management account estimated at about 7 million francs CFA, reflecting an increase of 14% compared to 2024, according to the secretary records.
Thank you, Mr. Journalist. The Council Executive for Menji Council is quite elated for their accounts were presented and adopted as presented, and the questions that were asked by honorable councillors were able to provide convincing responses, and the rate of realization was quite appreciable. And for this, we thank the honorable councillors for having faith and trust in the executive, and equally thanking the population that are finding greater understanding with the council and collaborating so that it could facilitate this rate of execution. And we stand as an executive to commit ourselves to improve, as the representative of the state exalted us, because when we are more present, we interact more with the population and oversee what is being done.
One of the councillors described the session as very important because it gave councillors the opportunity to evaluate what was actually realized against what has been budgeted.
I'm His Royal Highness Chief Councillor of Menji Council. So this session is an important session because it is during this session that the administrative authority, the executive team, and the councillors come together to really see what was realized from what was budgeted and how the various projects were executed.
With the repeated call from the senior divisional officer for councillors to return to their constituency, will the appeal fall on deaf ears, or will councillors take greater responsibility and become more involved in the activities of the municipality? And only time will tell. Ernest Kumba for Gaza Media.